Good morning, students. Now we can discuss the topic theorem on limits. Theorem on limits. This theorem is based on the condition of limits. If that the first theorem 9.1, let p of x is equal to p of x means that polynomial of x, that the polynomial is in terms of x. So if we given what is the polynomial a0 plus a0 is a purely constant plus a1x, a1 means that is a coefficient of x, a2 x square plus etc. an x power n be a polynomial, then if it is put x is equal to x0, then we can get a0 plus a1 x0 plus a2 x0 square plus an plus etc. plus an x0 power n. See, this x is equal to x0 is a fixed value of x. So then that polynomial is the polynomial of x0, since instead of x is equal to x0, therefore now it is called an polynomial of x0. So that limit x tends to x0 means that polynomial can be changed in terms of x0. So that is called a polynomial of x0. Okay, this is the first thing. See the example. Calculate limit x tends to 3. See, x tends to 3 means x tends to x0. Here x0 is 3. So x0 equal to 3. So given the polynomial, what is the polynomial? X cube minus 2x plus 6. Now we can put x is equal to 3. What do you get? So p of x is equal to x power 3 minus 2x plus 6 is a polynomial. But hence limit x tends to p of x means p of 3. Put the x is equal to 3. So x cube can be changed to 3 cube minus 2x can be changed to 2 into 3 plus 6. After simplification we get the value of 27. We can simply the substitute of x equal to 3. Limits x tends to 3 means that polynomial is approaches up to 3. That's the meaning of the limits. Okay, next one more example. Calculate limit x tends to x0 5 for any real numbers x0. So it's a constant function. If you put 5 means it's a constant function. So f of x is equal to 5 is a polynomial of degree 0 means that is called a constant function. So limit, okay, 5x tends to x0 means this function cannot be contain any x. So we can get the answer is also 5. So that is a p of x0. Here the taking f of x, then only can say f of x0. If we given p of x means, suppose we can take p of x is equal to 5 means we can put p of x0 that is equal to 5. This is a constant function. If a constant function, you can put any value, only the same constant value. Okay, if limit of 10 means we get the answer only 10. If limit of 5, this is a constant function. If we give any constant, that answer is also constant. It is like that a function y is equal to 4. If we given the line y is equal to 4 means we can put any value of x, then y is always 4. Put x is equal to 1 means that point can be 1, 4. That the x is equal to 2 means that point can be 2, 4. So y is a fixed value if any value of the x. Okay. Next theorem. Let I be an open interval containing xn belongs to R. So x0 belongs to R. It's a open interval means it's a x is less than a. If given x is less than a or x greater than a, that is called a open interval. Suppose the given x less than or equal to a or x greater than or equal to a. given x less than or equal to a or x greater than or equal to a, that is called closed interval. So we can given this open interval means they will take the between value. If x belongs to R means it's a set of real numbers. It's a set of real numbers. So f comma g is a function that is that interval can be I means interval can be R. That means if R means what is the interval of R you know, minus infinity comma plus infinity, minus infinity comma plus infinity, that is they say that is the interval of R. If minus infinity plus infinity means you cannot say any value, so that only is called open interval. So suppose minus 3 comma 3 means you know the value. This interval is between only minus 3 comma 3. Suppose you can say minus infinity comma plus infinity means you cannot see the interval. What is the reason means it's a infinite value. So that is a real number means is include of all values. Already I told except a imaginary number only is called a set of real numbers. Suppose that c is constant, that means if you take x tends to c, so limit x tends to x naught f of x and limit x tends to x naught g of x is exits means you can find the value, we can get some value. Suppose we can get the answer is infinity or minus infinity means that is not exist functions. If you get any answer that any real value means that only called exist functions. Okay, then they will get C. We can take f of x plus g of x. This is the sum of the function. This sum of the function is also exists. If f of x is exists and g of x is exists, then f of x plus g of x is also exists. If f of x is exists and g of x is exists, then f of x minus g of x is also exists. If f of x is exists and g of x is exists, then f of x into g of x is also exists. If f of x is exists and g of x is exists, then f of x divided by g of x is also x, but only one condition, g of x cannot be 0, is not equal to 0. If we get by 0 means we get the infinity. So all exists. If f of x is exists and g of x exists means these all are exists. What are the exists? Sum and subtraction and multiplication and division, every is the exist value. That is the theorem for second one. Now the properties of limits. Properties of limits. What are the properties? You know, limit x tends to x naught, x tends to x naught, c f of x. That means c is any constant. Okay, suppose they given 3 into x plus 4. Now the 3 is constant. So if we given constant into the function of x, that's c into f of x means we can take c is take outside. So c limits x tends to x naught f of x. If we limit x tends to x naught f of x plus or minus g of x means we can take the limit x tends to f of x plus or, if a given plus means we can put plus, if a given minus means we can put minus. Okay, plus or minus limit g of x. If a multiplication is also like that, limit x tends to x naught f of x into g of x means it can be written as limit x tends to x naught f of x into limit x tends to x naught g of x. If a given divided by division form, limit x tends to x naught f of x divided by g of x, it can be written as limit x tends to x naught f of x divided by limit x tends to x naught g of x. It's only one condition, is a limit x tends to x naught g of x cannot be 0. If a limit x tends to x naught g of x is equal to 0 means this is not exist. Okay, these are all properties of the properties of the limits. Okay, next theorem. If limit x tends to x naught, f of x is exist, then limit x tends to x naught, f of x whole power n exists, and limit f of x whole power n can be written as limit x tends to x naught, f of x whole power n. We can take if a power of n is only function, this is the power of n is whole including limit functions. Okay, you understand or not? See, this theorem 9.4 is a very important theorem for you. Limit x tends to a, x power n minus a power n divided by x minus a equal to that the value of this function is n into a power n minus 1. See, if a limit x tends to a means we can put x is equal to a means what do you get? A power n, put x is equal to a power n minus a power n divided by a minus a power n minus a power n means that is 0, a minus a is 0, so we get the answer is 0 by 0. Is a 0 by 0 and infinity by infinity is called indeterminate form. In mathematical field they won't accept this type of the answer. 0 by 0 and infinity by infinity is called a indeterminate form of the mathematics. So that is in this case also we can get x tends to a x power n minus a power n x minus a is 0 by 0 form, but we get the answer is n into a power n minus 1. How do we get? We can simplify and say answer. See, x power n minus a power n is, you use the binomial formula. It's a binomial formula, you can read later. What is the x power n minus a power n is can be said as x minus a into x power n minus 1 plus x power n minus 2a plus n in plus x power n minus 3 a square plus etc. So like that. So if you put this value means x minus a cancel, then put the limit of x sent to a means everything we can get a power n minus 1, a power m minus 1. See the formula, see your textbook. A power n minus 1, here a power n minus 2 into a means that also a power n minus 1 plus n times means that is n into a power n minus 1. Okay, that proof is not necessary. We can read the result. That is very important. Limit x tends to a, x power n minus a power n divided by x minus a equal to n into a power n minus 1. This is the result of the form. We can read the result. That is very important. Okay. See this example 9.16. Compute limit x tends to 1 x power 3 minus 1 divided by x minus 1. This is the form of x power 3 minus 1 can be written as x power 3 minus 1 power 3. 1 power 3 means 1 cube. 1 cube is also 1 only. So now we can, it is a form of x power n minus a power n divided by x minus a form. See, instead of n by 3, instead of a is 1. புரியுதுங்களா? n க்கு பதிலாக 3 இருக்குது, a க்கு பதிலாக 1 இருக்குது. அப்போ ஒன்று வச்சு பாருங்கள், x பவர் n minus a power n. See, x power 3 minus 1 power 3. What is the result of this? N into a power n minus 1. So that is n equal to 3 only here. So 3 into 1 to the power of 3 minus 1 means 2. So 1 square is 1 only. So 3 into 1, that answer is 3. This is a very easy and important examples of text. Okay, that next video we can discuss this type of problems from the exercise. See the result. Limit x tends to a minus a power n divided by x minus a. What is the answer? Equal to n into a power n minus 1. This is a very, very important one. Okay. Okay, one more example you can see. Root of t square plus 9 minus 3 divided by t square. Then t tends to 0. Limit t tends to 0. We cannot apply the quotient theorem. Since what is the reason? We can put x is t is equal to 0 means that is the 0 cube plus 9. What's the 0 cube plus 0 square plus 9? Put t is equal to 0 means we can get 0 square plus 9 is a root 9. Root 9 means 3 only. So 3 minus 3 is 0. Here you can put t is equal to 0 means t square. 0 square is 0. So we can get 0 by 0. Already I told you that 0 by 0 and infinity by infinity is indeterminate form. Is also indeterminate form. So you can simplify and say answer. So how to simplify? This function can be taken. We can take the conjugate. So here minus 3 is there means we can take plus 3. So you can multiply by plus 3 on numerator and denominator. Now this is a minus b into a plus b. So we can it can be as t square plus 9 minus 9. Plus 9 minus 9 is cancelled. So t square by t square root of t square plus 9 plus 3. T square cancel. Now we can substitute x tends to 0. T tends to 0 means 1 by 0 plus 9 is root 9. Root 9 is 3. So 3 plus 3, 1 by 6. Okay.